All right, so we are back again, and we're going to write more of the draw messages function. So at this point, if you have a problem, you should tell me. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try to, here, how about if I write some simpler check expects so you can see? If you have problems like this, then I would say you also should write simpler check expects. So the first simpler check expect is I'm just going to make message 1 appear. Next simpler check expect, maybe, how about if there are no messages? Then what should I see? So if there's an empty list, then I should see empty image. Does that sound reasonable? Logical anyway? So now let's start trying to do these. So if the list is empty, then I'm going to make empty image because that's what my check expect says. And now how about, now I'm going to try to get the first item to work without worrying about getting them all to work. So I'm going to try to get just the second test to pass. Well, this looks like that code right there. Except for instead of 1cc, I think this should be first list of messages. What do you think about that? How does my audience feel about this? Does that look reasonable? So at this point, I've got a function that gives the right answer for nothing in the list and the right answer for one thing in the list. So now I'm going to try to get the right answer for 2 things in the list. And this might be a little tricky. So let's see. So this is my test for one thing in the list. And then the first case up here is no things in the list. And now let's work our way up. So now we're trying to write else to deal with 2 things in the list. Well, I know that what's going to happen is I'm expecting a recursion, draw messages, rest, list of message. And then my recursion is supposed to be, well, is going to end up producing this list with 1cc in it. And that's going to make this picture here. Instead of text first list of messages, we'll have 1cc. So that's what I'm getting from the recursion. And I'm also going to have something from first list of messages. So I think that's the one that we used here. So first list of messages is 2DDD. And we're trying to get this text thing out. So I've got something from the first and something from the recursion, and I have to figure out how to put them together. What the recursion image and the first item image. Do you have any ideas here how to do this? So I'm looking at text 1 CC and I'm looking at text 2 DDD. How do I want to put them together? Dubious. Okay, so I should take the answer from my check expect and paste it in up here. Now we have to figure out where did each one of these pieces come from. Well, this bottom piece came from this part here. which is the text to DDD, also known as text first list of messages. So this one here makes the DDD, and this one here, the draw messages on the rest, makes the 1CC. I'm going to stop doing this before I completely give it away, but I think that if you try it, you will see how to put the recursion part and the first part together to get a working function.